Welcome back to Flinto File. Think the USA is all Hollywood and hot dogs? Think again. Today we're diving into 10 weird things about America that outsiders just can't believe exist. Grab your giant soda and let's get started. Entree donut bedden sundan man on mine dine. Solidations. Let's start with one of the most iconic American perks. Free refills. It's something so common here, most people barely even notice it. But for anyone visiting from abroad, it can feel like discovering a hidden treasure. In America, you buy a soda, any size, any flavor, and you can refill it as many times as you want. No one bats an eye. Whether you're at a fast food joint, a casual diner, or even some movie theaters, the soda fountain is yours to revisit again and again. It's almost a ritual. Finish your drink, stroll back to the machine, and top it off, all without paying another cent. But step outside the US, and things change fast. In most countries, if you ask for a refill, you'll probably get a puzzled look, or maybe just a polite shake of the head. Instead of a bottomless cup, you'll get a tiny glass bottle, and if you want more, you'll have to pay for another. Free refills? Not a chance. For Americans, the idea of paying for every single drink can be genuinely shocking. We're so used to endless refills that anything less feels like a ripoff. If a restaurant doesn't offer them, it's almost a scandal. People might even grumble about it in their reviews. For visitors, the concept is baffling. It's like stumbling onto a soda fountain loophole, a secret code that only Americans seem to know. Some tourists even hesitate, unsure if they're allowed to go back for more, or if they'll get in trouble for taking a second helping. But here, it's just part of the culture. The never-ending soda cup is a small thing, but it perfectly sums up America's more is better attitude. Why settle for one when you can have as much as you want? So next time you fill up your cup, remember, you're in the land of bottomless drinks where the soda never really runs out, and neither does the American appetite for more.
Know you've been a good friend.
Next up, food portions. If you've ever dined out in America, you know that the servings are nothing short of legendary. Plates arrive at your table piled high, often overflowing with food. It's not just a meal, it's a challenge. Order pancakes, and you might get a stack so tall it looks like a leaning tower, each one bigger than your face. It's the kind of breakfast that could easily feed a small group, but here, it's just for one. Even at the movies, a small popcorn is anything but small. It's a tub that could keep you munching through a double feature, or feed a family of squirrels for a week. Tourists are often left speechless by the sheer volume of food. It's not uncommon to see visitors snapping photos of their meals, or marveling at the size of a burger that barely fits in two hands. And when you can't finish, the doggy bag isn't just an option, it's practically a necessity. In most other countries, leftovers are rare because portions are modest. Meals are designed to be finished in one sitting, with just enough to satisfy, not overwhelm. Here, it's totally normal to split your meal in half and save the rest for later. In fact, many Americans expect to get 2 meals out of one order. It's seen as getting more bang for your buck. Value is measured by quantity. This bigger is better mentality extends to grocery stores too. You'll find family-size everything, from cereal boxes to bags of chips. Even if you're just shopping for yourself, the shelves are lined with products that seem almost comically large to outsiders. For visitors, it can be a culture shock. They see excess, abundance, and sometimes even waste. But for Americans, it's all about getting a good deal, making sure you never leave the table hungry, and maybe even having lunch for tomorrow. In America, more is always better. Whether it's a meal, a snack, or a celebration, abundance is part of the experience. And for many, it's something to be proud of. Here's a classic American paradox. You can drive at 16, vote, and join the military at 18, but can't legally drink until 21. In most countries, you can drink before you drive. Here, it's the opposite. Outsiders are baffled, but for us, it's just the way things are. America is the land of 24/7 everything. Need ice cream at 3 a.m.? No problem. Grocery stores, pharmacies, gas stations, always open. In many countries, strict hours and midday breaks are the norm. Sundays, everything's closed. Here, instant gratification is a lifestyle. For visitors, late-night shopping is mind-blowing. The customer is king, even at 4 a.m. Americans love their flag. On houses, cars, clothes, even paper plates. In other countries, flags are reserved for official events or buildings. Here, it's everywhere. Every day. For outsiders, it feels like a never-ending national holiday. For us, It's just pride and identity. It's not always political. Sometimes it's just Wednesday. The sheer volume of flags can be overwhelming to visitors. America's healthcare system is a maze. No universal coverage, just a patchwork of private insurance, government programs, and millions uninsured. In most developed countries, healthcare is a right. Here, a hospital visit can bankrupt you. Foreigners are shocked that your health is tied to your job, and that an ambulance ride isn't free. It's the single most confusing and unsettling part of American life for many visitors. Tipping in America isn't optional, it's expected, and it's how many service workers get paid. In most countries, staff earn a living wage and tipping is rare or minimal. Here, you're responsible for making up the difference. Tourists stress over who to tip, how much and when. It turns a simple meal into a social minefield. For outsiders, it's confusing and feels unfair. Americans love convenience and cars, so we invented the drive-thru for everything. Not just fast food, banks, pharmacies, coffee shops, even weddings and funerals. In other countries, people walk and interact. Here you can do it all from your car. To outsiders, it's both hilarious and a little absurd. Our cities are built for cars, not pedestrians. The drive-thru is peak American convenience, and maybe just a bit over the top. Visiting America in summer, bring a sweater for indoors. We love air conditioning and we crank it up everywhere. Theaters, offices, stores, step inside and it's suddenly Antarctica, even if it's blazing outside. In many countries, AC is rare or used sparingly. Tourists shiver in restaurants while locals barely notice. It's a status symbol and a comfort obsession. To outsiders, it's just another example of American excess. Let's talk vehicles. Specifically, giant pickup trucks. These behemoths have become an unmistakable part of the American landscape, dominating roads from coast to coast. Whether you're in a bustling city or a quiet suburb, it's impossible to miss their towering presence. In most countries, pickups are work vehicles, designed for hauling heavy loads, transporting tools, or navigating rugged terrain. They're practical, utilitarian, and often seen on farms or construction sites, where their power and durability are truly needed. But here in America, things are a little different. Pickup trucks are everywhere, and not just for work. You'll spot them in grocery store parking lots, at the local coffee shop, or lined up outside schools during pickup time. Many are spotless, gleaming in the sun, and clearly not used for heavy labor. These trucks are huge, loud, and often customized with lifted suspensions, oversized tires, and plenty of chrome. For many owners, they're more than just transportation. They're a status symbol, a way to stand out and make a statement. Outsiders are often amazed, even baffled, that people drive these massive machines just to buy groceries or run simple errands. The sheer size and power seem excessive for everyday life, and to visitors, it can feel like overkill. But for many Americans, it's about more than utility. It's about image, freedom, and the enduring love of big. Pickup trucks represent independence, adventure, and a certain rugged spirit that's deeply woven into American culture. Our wide roads and sprawling highways make it possible to drive these giants with ease. For visitors from abroad, it's a spectacle, an example of American extravagance and the unique way we embrace the open road. Nothing says America quite like a pickup truck that barely fits in a parking space, turning even a simple trip to the store into a display of size, style, and unmistakable American flair. There you have it. 10 things about the USA that leave the rest of the world scratching their heads. Which one shocked you most? Or if you're from abroad, what's the weirdest thing you noticed here? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more Flinto File. Thanks for watching. Edited scene, 4 lines.